I started at Israel Policy Forum back in 2017, the summer that we launched the IPF Atid program. It's been really inspiring to watch it grow from this small idea into this program that reaches dozens of cities across the US and Canada. I feel really grateful to be part of building the IPF Atid community.
In the 5 years since we've founded Atid, we have grown active chapters in 6 major cities, and we are engaging thousands of community members in over 35 cities across the country through our Charles Bronfman Convener Program.
I think in those initial months and years building IPF Atid, all of those around those many tables and receptions were calling out from younger generations to partner with our older generational peers, seeking out not just their advice and mentorship, but their partnership and support in this important work.
One of the things that I've loved about Atid is that it really brings together people who are very thoughtful, very intelligent, and are also very open to learning.
As opposed to just showing you what's going on in the headlines, IPF really tries to get deeper.
I never feel like I'm in an echo chamber when I have conversations with people in the IPF Atid community. I feel like I'm introduced to varying perspectives and opinions.
What I think makes IPF Atid unique
is that we don't shy away from the complexity,
but we also do it from a place of loving Israel, and unabashedly so. Zionism is one of the core values of Israel Policy Forum, and it's not something that we just treat as a rhetorical talking point.
We are engaging an incredibly diverse group of community members, brilliant, engaged, passionate, committed.
During the pandemic, obviously, we were all really isolated, but IPF Atid was a really great way for me to stay connected, not only to this Israel-Palestinian conflict space, but also, truthfully, to have a community.
Living in DC as a young American Jew during that time was really tense, and Israel was becoming this very political issue, which it wasn't always so divisive in the States. And there wasn't really a group that represented how I felt about things.
As a college graduate in 2020, it was really daunting to think about where I would find community with like-minded peers that would also challenge me, and I really found that at IPF Atid.
What I appreciate in IPF Atid is the policy-oriented approach that the organization takes to everything that it does.
The organization really stood out among Israel-related organizations as doing serious, credible, and pragmatic policy work.
The resources, the speakers, everything that he puts out is always world-class and just at such a high level.
By far my fondest memory with IPF Atid was this summer being on our delegation to Israel and the West Bank.
I had never been to the West Bank before, and having the opportunity to see Israel through a slightly different lens and continue those conversations in the space that we're discussing was a really, really exciting way to be able to kind of tie theory to actual practice and to be able to ground those conversations that we've been having in reality.
The breadth of experience on this trip really allowed for strong, pragmatic discussions, but also for a space that allowed for people to make mistakes and have open-ended questions.
We weren't here for very long, but it was a whirlwind of a trip, and we met so many people so quickly, but so in depth. And I feel like I'll be able to take that home. I'll be able to talk to different folks.
IPF Atid really does the best job at delving deep, understanding both sides, understanding the reality, and why the two-state solution really is the only solution that meets everyone's goals to the best of its ability.
We're not disillusioned about the sobering truths on the ground. We're engaging in the complexity and the challenges, but we're also cultivating a community of people who are in it for the long haul, who are committed to doing the hard work to move the needle forward.
I'm hoping that over the next few years, we're going to be able to reach more and more cities, that we're going to be expanding far beyond what we've ever imagined.
As the program and the community and the Israel Policy Forum network reflects on the past 5 years, I think it's clear to many that the program is actually just starting to scratch the surface. 5 years is a long period of time, but when we think about what is possible over the next 15 years or the first 25 years of IPF Atid's story, we can start to think pretty ambitiously about what can be accomplished by this very special and growing group of individuals and partner organizations.
When I look out on the landscape of American Jewish organizations and what they're doing from a young professional standpoint, IPF Atid stands alone. It is the most lay-driven and community-oriented young professional Jewish organization, I believe, in North America. And we're just getting started.